second graders. So we're continuing with our book, Mercy Watson to the Rescue today. And we're on chapter 3. So let's look at this chapter real quick. It says, chapter 3, boom! A hole opened under the Watsons' bed. Crack! The Watsons' bed fell into the hole. Mr. Watson woke up. Mrs. Watson woke up. Mercy woke up too. What the? Said Mr. Watson. Look at them all. Can you tell what's happening? Yeah, let's use our pictures. Do you see how all of the boards in the floor are breaking? It's a very good clue to help us understand what's happening in our story. Oink, said Mercy. It's an earthquake, shouted Mrs. Watson. It's the end of the world. Nonsense, said Mr. Watson, but he did not sound very sure. He sounded frightened. Mercy, however, was not frightened. Mercy was hungry. Oink, said Mercy again. She moved to the end of the bed. Boom! Crack! Wow, so do you see on this page how boom is written and how crack is written? It's bigger and different font or a different way of writing. And that kind of tells us that we are supposed to say this in a loud, big voice. Boom! Crack! Because they're big words. And do you see how there's an exclamation mark there? The same here. Do you see how they're all capitals? Sometimes authors tell us how to read words by the way they are written. So now look, here's Mercy. She's at the end of the bed and they look quite frightened, don't they? The bed fell a little farther into the hole in the floor. Don't move, shouted Mr. Watson. Whatever you do, don't move. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Mercy held very still. Mrs. Watson started to cry. I know exactly what we must do, said Mr. Watson. We must call the fire department. They will rescue us. But you said we should not move, said Mrs. Watson. How can we call the fire department if we cannot move? Mercy recalled her lovely toast-filled dream. She wondered if there was any toast in the kitchen. While Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson were arguing, Mercy hopped off the bed. Boom! Crack! Ooh, do you see how we read those words? Look, said Mrs. Watson, Mercy has escaped. She is going to find help, said Mr. Watson. She is going to alert the fire department. Mercy left the bedroom at a gallop. She was in a hurry. She was on her way to the kitchen. She was looking for some toast. So do you think she's going to get help for them? Or do you think she's going to just get herself some food? Chapter 4. In the kitchen, Mercy sniffed the table. She sniffed the kitchen corners. She sniffed the floor. But there was no toast. There was not even a crumb of toast. Mercy's stomach growled in disappointment. Look at that word, growled. Do you see the word growled? That's a different word that we don't read a lot. Let's try to sound that word out. So when I see G-R, I know that it's gruh. And then O-W, ow, like you stub your toe and you say, ow, ow, ow. So gruh, ow, l, and then E-D is just ed. Growled, growled in disappointment. Here are words again. Boom, crack. Help us, Miss Watson called. Mercy thought very hard. Where could she get a snack? And the answer came to her. Baby Lincoln always had sugar cookies. Baby Lincoln lived next door, and Baby Lincoln liked to share. Mercy took the kitchen doorknob in her mouth. She turned it. Help! Mrs. Watson called again. Sugar cookies, thought Mercy. She stepped outside. Do you think that maybe Mercy Watson is a little bit self-centered? Is she just thinking about herself? I think she is. Like, here her parents in trouble, and all she can do is think about what she wants to eat. Chapter 5. The Lincoln sisters live next door to the Watsons. Eugenia Lincoln is the older sister. She has many opinions. Ooh, did you see that big word right there? That's different. Let's try to sound that word out too. O, do you see little words inside? How do we say P-I-N? Pin. So O, pin, and then yuns, because I-O-N has that sound. So O, pin, yuns. She has many opinions. One of Eugenia's opinions is that pigs should not live in houses. Eugenia often says, "Listen closely to me, baby. Pigs are farm animals. They belong on farms. They do not belong in houses." "Yes, sister," said Baby. Baby Lincoln is the younger sister. She is the baby of the family. Baby agrees with everything Eugenia says. It is easier that way. But secretly, Baby has an opinion of her own. Baby's opinion is that Mercy is good company. At the Lincoln sisters' house, Mercy looked into Baby's window. She could see Baby sleeping. Mercy pressed her snout up against the window pane. "Oink," said Mercy, but Baby did not hear her. "Snuffle," said Mercy, but Baby did not wake up. Mercy tapped her hoof against the window. Baby sat up in bed. "Who's there?" she said. Well, look at this picture, because again, the pictures really help us understand what we're reading. Were you kind of surprised by this picture? Were you expecting maybe a small child or a young child? Baby doesn't look like a young child, does she? She's an adult. But here's Mercy tapping on her window. Baby saw Mercy's snout pressed up against the window. "A monster!" shouted Baby. "A monster at my window!" Mercy shook her head. "Sister!" shouted Baby. "Help! Help! A monster!" Eugenia woke up. She did not put in her teeth. She did not put on her glasses. Eugenia went straight to the phone and called the fire department. "There is a crisis of an uncertain nature at 52 Duckawoo Drive," said Eugenia Lincoln. "Come immediately." And then Eugenia put on her robe and rushed to Baby's room. In her own opinion, Eugenia Lincoln was very good in a crisis. We're going to stop there for today, and tomorrow we'll hear more of the adventures of Mercy Watson.